And so I am standing before you today to tell you, the British people, that those critics are wrong.
We're going to build the wall. Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
So I had all the disadvantages necessary for success. As a leader of people,
model to the world.
Can't lock me up.
It's not what matters.
I was on the run.
Are you kidding me?
Win the war.
Nicht. The people that you just saw are all people in power. But why were they chosen? Let's find out. Who do you think is most competent? Time's up! If you picked Grey Davis, you are not alone. A study showed that governor election outcomes can be repeated just by asking people which candidate looks more competent. We humans interpret a lot from faces, such as identity, expressions, race, gender, and trait characteristics. These snap judgments are often and unconsciously used as shortcuts to quickly form opinions and make important decisions. Competence is often judged based on masculine facial features. Even when we have more knowledge, we often still rely on these snap judgments.
But how does seeing a face lead to judging someone's competence? Visual information travels from the eye to the thalamus, specifically the lateral geniculus nucleus, the LGN, which relays it to the primary visual cortex. After passing through the primary visual cortex and higher visual areas, it reaches the fusiform face area, the FFA, and the amygdala. The FFA in the temporal lobe recognizes facial features and their arrangement, while the amygdala processes the emotional cues from the face, like threat or dominance. Once facial features and emotions are recognized, higher processing in the prefrontal cortex integrates this information to form judgments, including biases about competence. Pre-existing biases, especially related to masculinity, shape why some faces seem more competent. But why are male faces often seen as more competent than female faces? The social role theory suggests that societal and cultural expectations shape our biases. Men are seen as assertive and strong, while women are viewed as sensitive and nurturing. Features like thick eyebrows or a square jawline may signal strength and assertiveness, leading to the perception that more masculine faces are also more dominant and competent.
This bias often applies to male-dominated fields.
And for the final explanation, we have to go back in time a little. Okay, maybe a bit further back even. Evolutionary processes may also play a role. Masculinity is an indicator of better overall genetic health, which can influence people's perception of capability or competence in other areas. Testosterone influences confidence and competitiveness, and men who appear socially competitive often radiate self-assurance. This affects how competent we think we are. In essence, I think I'm competent, so I radiate competence. Masculinity is largely judged by appearance, especially angular facial features. And since we focus so heavily on faces, these features significantly impact our bias. But facial masculinity doesn't necessarily mean someone is more competent or a better leader.
What are people's opinions on these faces? Let's see what the students at the University of Amsterdam have to say.
That guy? I would choose this one.
This one? Yeah.
I think this one.
The left or right?
Yeah.
This one.
This one?
This one. More feminine facial features, a more symmetrical head.
I think the left because it looks nice.
This one, but the only reason I say it because I feel like everyone else would say this.
Why do you think that everyone else would choose that one?
Well, it's more of a not traditionally manly face.
I hope this one, and I'm afraid this one.
The students seem to think that the feminine face is more competent. But what if we frame the question a bit differently?
This one, I think. This one. Shows my CEO.
Yeah.
This one.
And do you know why?
Yeah. Kind of looks more strict.
That one.
More like male associated characteristics, which I know will be chosen as CEO more often.
Have you ever judged someone's competence based on their appearance? It happens more often than we realize. Next time, pause and think critically. Competence is about skills and knowledge, not looks. Ask yourself, do I have enough information to make a fair judgment? Take for example a job application without a photo. We can also challenge the idea of using someone as the face of a brand or party. This shifts the focus from appearance to the message and the skills that truly matter. Let's aim to judge based on skills, not looks.
See, the bottom line is, you have no choice but to vote for me.